Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Agents of the Collective. I am your DM, Game Master Ray, and I am joined by um, Amy as Hagatha and Mason as Greg.
The struggle is real, guys.
I don't know why I'm
I
struggling.
even had my name up, and I know you almost called me Greg.
I was psyching myself out mentally, was what I was doing. And I already know it. But as you can see, we are sans the other guy in his name.
Brian?
Brian. I'll just be down here if you need me.
You need...
Bad DM.
Bad DM. Jeez.
Look at our names on that paper in front of you. Look at them.
No, I refuse. You can't make me.
Take two?
We're rolling with it. What do they say? F it, we're live, right?
Yep.
But
Pretty much.
So tonight we officially start the final arc of the Agents of the Collective series here, brought to you by the Collective Entertainment Network. But sadly, no Brian. He's busy doing other things, including prepping the next campaign. Yes. So, tonight we will go ahead and start with one of our question cards. The topic is movies and TV.
Ooh.
I'm good.
I like those.
And here we go. Imagine you are able to travel the universe in your own self-made spaceship capable of warp and or light speeds. What would be the name of your ship?
Oh, God. Really should give these to us like before we go on, because I'm like a blank.
The whole point is that it's spontaneous.
Yeah, it's not just to watch us struggle for them. Like,
I'll go first.
yes, please do. I have a clue.
The name of the ship would have to be. You wouldn't want to go with something cliche like the Enterprise or the Orville or the Millennium Falcon or something like that. I would go with the name Orion's Fury.
Ooh.
Because I had written a unpublished story about a group of people that lived in the constellation of Orion, and one of the ships in there was the Orion's Fury.
Sorry. I'm sorting through my dice and I'm dropping things left and right.
Fun. You have an idea, old Air Mason?
Old Air Base. I'm pretty sure. I think we read over this. I'm the youngest one part of this thing.
Baby Mason.
I haven't been for a while.
That better.
Okay with. It's kind of hard because I named the Rouge one. But I don't want to go with that. The one that kind of comes to mind is actually Black Bug. It has to do with my gamer tag being Sir Bug.
Which is adorable, by the way.
Yeah. It's from way back when I was a kid. There's a whole story behind it. And then a friend of mine, his gamer tag is Blackheart. And we had thought about doing a streaming channel for us, just like playing together, just putting up our, because it's hysterical when we play together. Our comments are non-stop and it's ridiculous. And we had thought of calling it the channel Black Bug Gaming.
Oh, I love it.
It would be going out. It's us going on adventure and stuff. So I will go with the Black Bug, but the ship will look nothing like a bug, and it will be bright blue.
Ooh, very nice.
Anyone's like, the Black Bug is here, but there's no black ship anywhere.
Oh, butts. I still don't know. Oh, I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm terrible at naming things. I usually outsource that for. Usually, I ask the boyfriend because he's really good at. Actually, he came up with the name catches moonbeams for our
Oh, there
Boy
we go.
Walker series because I couldn't think of a really good name because I'm terrible.
All right.
Um,
How about
I mean,
You can always take. Go ahead.
There's several parts to the question here, so
Okay.
we can give you a different one.
yes, please.
So, in your spaceship, where would you go? Where would be the first place you would go?
Oh, I've always wanted to check out the bottom of the oceans or just outer space in general.
I would take my ship and get a really good panoramic view of the Milky Way, just to look at it and be like,
Yes.
I'm that small.
Or find like a nebula of some sort with all the. Yes.
That, or head immediately to Pluto and put a sign on it that says, I'm still a planet, you bitch.
Just
Like
bring a bunch of. Oh, it's gonna sound terrible,
big letters
but
in the Pluto heart.
Yep.
I was just gonna say take all the garbage and then add it to Pluto to make it bigger, to make it a planet. But that sounds terrible and not a necessarily a good idea. But
If we're going with the adventure theme, I would head. This will sound weird. I will head north. So you guys know where the North Star is. It's basically like above Earth.
Right.
But between us and the North Star, there's nothing. There's a giant, massive like gap in space where there's at least no objects or anything that has been found. And I would like to go in there, like, just fly around and see if there is indeed absolutely nothing there. But it's this really cool thing where it's like, hey, you have the North Star way up here, then there's this big giant gap where there's nothing, and then there's us.
Well, clearly somebody erased it from the Jedi archives.
that's no moon.
Well, technically it's a moon, but it's an artificial moon.
Yes. All right. Well, since we're talking about spaceships, we're going to head into the world of the collective where your group here just got done with the message that was delivered by Thane himself via recorded video, detailing you kind of where you're going and what's happening. And for reference, you guys are headed to the plane of Mirdau, specifically to the City of WarHaven on that particular planet. The whole planet, but more specifically, the City of WarHaven is more technologically advanced than places you normally go to. They have electricity and neon lights, and they have these odd motorized vehicles.
Sorry, that was me.
It's okay. Where you can find multiple things that you guys don't normally encounter. Now, you will be given a brief on your way there about what is going on in the City of WarHaven. And the technology, so you're kind of up to speed to it. So we want to give the impression cyberpunky, little steampunky, little futuristic, little Blade Runner. But first, how are we going to get there? Well, the collective isn't going to zap you there this time. They're giving you your own spaceship.
On a big rocket ship.
So
Please don't emphasize that song.
Too late.
I have a friend who does that all the time with different lyrics. You don't want me singing that on live.
I actually used
Challenge
to sing.
accepted.
I used to sing my own version of that to my little one when we'd get in my old car was a red car, and getting in Daddy's little red car, zooming through the
Aw.
streets. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's less publicly acceptable.
At least not this early in the evening.
Yeah.
You have time.
Yeah. So you are given this ship, and it has a kind of a football shape to it, but it has some some arcs coming off an arc coming off the back, and kind of a halo, kind of a circular feel to it. The ship can maintain 8 people. And everyone in there will have their own headquarters, and you are also given the updated, more personal version of Arrow.
Ooh.
You are also given your choice of clothing to help you kind of blend in a little bit for the world you're going into. But you don't need disguises because this world has races from everywhere. And there's not a lot of the separation you'll find on other planets. This ship currently doesn't have a name, and it's going to be up to you guys to name so. But it is yours.
Ooh.
And Arrow says that
The zinger. Sorry.
the zinger. Punchline.
To go along with Punchline.
Punchline
zinger.
ship, the zinger.
I have my moment.
Perfect. I'm writing that down.
Whoa.
It is now the zinger. Yep, that is great. That is freaking amazing.
Oh.
Ship. The zinger. I love it.
Hey. I have my moments.
Perfect.
There we go.
And so you guys dubbed the zinger.
We dubbed the zinger the zinger.
You dubbed the zinger. Bada boom. Tss.
Hey.
And you head on board. Your new Arrow does greet you when you come online on board, and says that the trip will take a couple of days to get there. Now, if there's anything you need, we can zap from the collective to the ship, no matter where you are in space, with a new experimental teleporter that only exists on your ship.
Okay.
Is that the kind that breaks you down and then you could become like a whole different, like the whole, never mind. I just hurt myself.
It's the transport spell, just they can target you as you move. So, Elion's pretty quiet through this whole adventure, kind of almost if he's not there.
Not.
Deep meditation.
Deep meditation, studying as many books in front of him. Anywho, so if there's anything you guys want to do, last minute items you thought of, you might want to bring with you for a investigation style adventure.
Yes. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Thane has them. Glasses of minute seeing. Or eyes of minute seeing.
Okay.
Which are freaking amazing, because yeah, once you put them over your face.
Gonna integrate them into pie.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I now have a scouter.
All right.
No, I imagine it like with Greg integrating them. I imagine it like there's pie, and then there's like another like metal thing over in the other side, and right over here, whenever he uses the glasses, the whole thing like kind of drops down. Like Did you guys ever play Ex Machina?
No.
Is Ex Machina? Okay. It's a cyber future thing. Actually, really really cool game series. Really awesome. I highly recommend it. But part of his eyebrows were actually converted into metal, and he would have sunglasses that would drop down over his eyes
Oh, cool.
from those metal things. So it's going to be like that.
Awesome.
If I can.
Absolutely, you can. Transporter beam works well for you, gets you what you're looking for, and is integrated into your new sunglasses pie ability.
Moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
I was trying to work it somehow, but it did not come to me.
That's a pie.
That's a pie.
Nothing really happens on your way there. You guys learn the ship and learn how to fly it. Comes fairly easy to all of you.
I like to picture that Hagatha kind of doesn't do that well.
Well, you have plenty of time and stuff. You have at a minimum a basic understanding of this is the gunner's chair, this is the pilot seat, this is the engineering and navigation.
I feel like Hagatha would be like if she's at the console or whatever, she's just going meh, meh, just like make everybody really sick of it and get shoved off really quickly. Like, stop that. Yeah. Basically, she gets like she's given like a toy like steering wheel or something, so she thinks she's doing stuff, but she's not. Yeah.
That's awesome. Which does lead me into the next thing. The only weird thing that is to happen on this particular trip is one morning when you wake up, Hagatha, there is the ship's manual laying on the table next to you that wasn't there when you went to bed.
Weird.
This stuff keeps happening. It just random stuff just keeps appearing. I mean, not quite so random. It seems like I need these stuff. Yeah, she'll start flipping through it.
Okay. And you notice in the pages, piloting how-tos and suggestions and where the things are for piloting seem to be either underlined or highlighted. And written in common very poorly is "Hope this helps."
Does she recognize the handwriting?
Are there wet splotches all over the book? As if someone with wet hands had touched it.
No wet hands. History. Or Hagatha.
History. Oh, she's not the greatest at that. 10.
10. I mean, maybe, but I mean, you're not a handwriting expert, but it's written badly.
Okay. Wow, interesting. I'll go up to Greg and be like, Greg, did you leave this on my nightstand? She'll just ask everybody who's on the ship and stuff, and just be like, did you leave this here? And I'm assuming nobody's gonna.
My copy's still right on my desk where I always keep it. And you see, it's like one of those things, but it's got like marks all over it. It's like looks like an additional 50% of paper has been added to it with like bookmarks and other little tabs,
Notes
markers,
and
pencil
whatnot.
notes. The spine is completely shattered.
It's been well used.
And it's only been 2 days since he's got it.
All the more disturbing. No.
Especially since you haven't seen him reading it anywhere.
You also ask Eliana, and Eliana's like, no, I haven't. I've been in here in study. I'm sorry. And
All right.
Oog says, no, I don't know. I've been looking out the window the entire time.
I do have one more.
Oh, the poor
request
thing
for-
must be freaking out because he doesn't like darkness and he's just surrounded by darkness. Being out in space.
Oh.
Poor Oogie Boog.
But there's lights on the ship, so he should be okay.
And the brightest room is always whichever one Cutter is in.
I feel like Oog and Cutter would like find like a weird relationship.
It's like that one person who they kind of. Did you guys ever watch Big Bang?
Yes.
Amy and Penny. Amy,
Yes.
who just attached
Yes.
to Penny. That's Oog just attached to Cutter.
Yeah. I actually just binge watched that entire series in like a week, and I'm a little obsessed.
It's great. Oh god.
Oh, it's...
That's how I imagine Oog and Cutter.
Yes. No, that's absolutely perfect.
If in the course of the journey there is an opportunity, Greg does make one request. His perpetual request. He requests if he can get Dusk Crusher.
Dust Crusher. Okay. Let's roll.
A very rare magic item thingamajigger.
High or low?
Hi.
You see the loading screen as it's being prepared to be beamed. Now roll a d100.
That's exactly the sound that Greg makes, by the way.
Now you roll a d100 to see how long it takes for the loading for it to get beamed to you.
The loading screen to load.
It's dial up.
Oh god. What is that? Ugh, 13.
It's currently at 13%.
There's just still this perpetual rising pitch.
Oh.
Yep. So you can check back every day to see how far it's loading. So we'll remember you can't roll lower than a 13.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. He's like super excited. He's like a little kid right now. I've dreamed of this weapon, guys. It is a hammer made of light.
You what?
I have dreamed of this weapon.
That's not what I heard.
I dreamed of this weapon.
I thought I heard like preemed of this moment or something. I'm like,
What?
I guess preem. Like pee or something. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. He just anytime he's watching himself, he's thinking of it.
Ugh.
He occasionally wakes up in the middle of the night going, hammer!
Okay.
So, you guys find yourself on the third morning in geosynchronous orbit above WarHaven, the city and the planet of Mirdau. It says that we are now going to beam you in. The ship will be on standby, and it'll take 5 minutes to get down to the surface for you if you ever need it. Oh, wait, 10 minutes. Excuse me, 10 minutes. I'm going to beam you inside the city into an alleyway, and you'll be off on your adventure. Everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Greg shows up in a three-piece like layered suit, trench coat hanging on his shoulders, but like the anime style, where it's just sort of like it just clings to him, even though there's no physical way that should be possible. But arms are not in the sleeves or anything, just sitting there. Cutter has a little fedora and also his own little three-piece suit and is smoking. No one knows where he got the cigarettes from.
Oddly enough, it was in the breast pocket.
It was just there.
Greg just kind of reaches up, touches his forehead, glasses drop down, his sunglasses. I'm ready to go.
I just because I think it's funny, like I feel like Hagatha would have almost the identical like 3-piece suit on, and looks at Greg and be like up and down like, damn it, and walk off and go change.
You can wear the same thing. It's not like we coordinated this intentionally.
No, it's not the same. Just goes rummaging, like you just see clothes just flying out of her.
Alright, we're gonna be a while.
But no, she'll have like some variation of a suit, pants type of deal. But for her, it's gotta have lots of pockets though.
It can have lots of pockets.
And not those skimpy ones that women have to deal with all the time, just like actual like pockets that like I can practically touch my knees when I put my hands in my pocket.
Oh yeah, it's exactly what you're looking for. The collective
dress
provides.
Cargo pants.
Dress cargo pants. Oh my god.
Yeah, but you provided the perfect outfit. And you are beamed into the city.
Beam me down, Scotty.
This beaming it's smoother. It's not as jarring as like the one you've been used to. And you land very softly. Beforehand it's just a little oomph. This is just a just like stepping down a stair.
Ooh.
Very comfortable. It's a lot less jarring. No nausea like that one time. Very good.
But you are now in the middle of the City of WarHaven. You are beamed down in West City. Not West City. You are beamed down in East City. Excuse me. East City. So the city's divided into 4 places: East City, West City, City Center, and Stalker's Hill. Stock, as in not like stock prices, not as in the creepy guy outside your window.
Stocks and bonds. Stocks and bonds.
Stocks and bonds. Stalker's Hill. You are in East City. East City is the common folk residential area of the city. First thing you guys notice, it is pouring. It's raining, and it's looked like it's been raining, but you hear the hum of traffic, the scurrying of people and movement. You see lights that glow, written in languages that flip by in all sorts of different languages. You see Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Orcish, Goblin. It just kind of rotates. It either flashes neon or scroll wheels, or is a video, is like a screen. People rumble by with their daily day-to-day business, and but the next thing that stands out to you is it's crowded, it's messy, it's dirty. There's a smell to the air. Welcome to WarHaven. You are...
Smell that, Hagatha? That's the smell of civilization.
It's very wet. I love it.
This is how life should be. All right.
You gonna make it?
Oh yeah.
Still getting used to those lungs?
New lungs, not built up against, the good things in life.
Well, take it easy. You're still getting used to this.
Yeah, it is a little cold. Like there's not as much body hair or anything. Like actually, I don't think there is any, and definitely nowhere where you would expect it to be. Like, I mean, there's the good side. There's no manscaping needing to be involved. I don't have to do any trimming. It's a little bit of a hard thing with the last body, especially down south. Well, it's an old body. Don't worry. I'm not talking about the present. All right, we should probably find some place to work from, or set up a base of operations. What are your orders, Captain Hagatha?
She just like stares at him like,
What?
I don't know. What do you think we should do?
I don't know. What do you think we should do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Imagine this goes on for a few minutes before it's like, all right. We should first find a place to work from. In city. Is there a mechanical cat nearby?
You see this box on the side of the road, with it's blue and has a little shaped symbol on it, and it's ringing.
The Hagatha will go up to it and just kind of like inspect it, like, what is, and she goes like, tap it.
You tap this thing inside of this covered box, boop, and a screen pops up.
Ugh.
And you see Arrow in her digital face.
Okay.
This is one way to talk to anyone in this city you want. You just have to say their name and a series of numbers after it. I'm able to hack into some parts of the city.
What's hacking?
I'll explain it to you later.
Picking a lock, but with things like me.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You are looking for... hold on. I've got it written down. I've got a whole list of fun things.
All the things.
There we go. You are looking for Luna Thap's Tavern.
Luna Taps?
Thaps?
Thap.
TH?
THAPPS. Luna Thap's Tavern.
That's usually not the time to do it, but all right.
That's Thap. Get over yourself.
Potato.
You, because of certain conditions, you're forgiven. Anywho.
Right. Arrow, do we have a functional map available to us? A functional map of the city, or am I going to have to make one?
I'm still processing. One will be made available soon. But if you head to Luna's, there's a room there reserved for you under the name Punchline.
Cool. Start wandering the city, I guess.
She does give you general directions.
Greg asks for directions, but it's very awkward, like, hello, fellow citizen. I am looking for a location known as Luna Thap's Tavern. Me and my compatriot here are looking to get a drink after a long day of work. Would you be able to direct us to this establishment?
Sounds so robotic.
Not good at charisma, crap.
This person is dressed a lot different than you guys are. They have like just general fabric, like pants and this odd material jacket that you haven't quite encountered before. Seems very slick. We would call it a rain jacket.
I was just gonna ask, like, meta, knowledge.
It looks at you and goes, "If you guys are headed to Comic-Con, it's that way. freaking nerds, and walks away.
What's a
So apparently, Arrow got the
Comic-Con?
name of the place wrong. It's apparently something called a Comic-Con, and it's that direction.
Okay.
Start walking towards Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So you walk the city and you follow the point of the person who looked at you really funny, and you come across to this large building. It's a warehouse, and it has a handmade, drenched, dripping sign that says First Annual Comic-Con. And there is a line of people, about 10 people long, standing outside, and they are dressed in bright colors and have capes, and one has this really weird white plastic armor, and this other
So
one
it
has
looks more familiar to us from like the fantasy aspect of things.
There's someone dressed in armor too, like paladin. There's this one guy. He's got this really tight suit on, and it looks like he's got his underwear on the outside, and he's holding a clipboard, and he's calling out people's names, and they're going into the building. You're 10, 15 feet away from this whole thing. What would you like to do?
Greg goes up to the guy in armor. He just breaks away. Goes for the guy in armor. Says,
Greg!
Here is that very, very good. What did you... This isn't metal, right?
No, my mom helped me make this. We made it out of foam and pieces of plastic.
Oh, interesting. So it makes a nice bit of a lighter armor. Is this supposed to come off?
Dude, come on, man! I worked.
Sorry. Here. Just hold still. I can fix it. Puts it back on. Just cast mending real quick.
Jeez, dude.
See, good as new. Very nice. Very neat design, though. Very well put together. Mostly.
Thanks.
I don't think it would really stand up to like an arrow or a lightning shot or anything like that, but very well designed.
Thanks. It's based off, my favorite hero, Circumference. From the Knights of Alculus series.
Yes, I've heard of them. They're very well known, very talented group of individuals.
Make a deception check.
I actually have advantage on deception checks, though. I have a crap modifier. Okay, let's do these two. Natural 20.
Natural 20. It's like, yeah, they are. Have you read the new issue?
I have not had the when did was this when did this occur? When did this release?
They drop every Wednesday, duh.
Oh no, I haven't. We've been traveling for the last couple days to get here, so haven't been able to. Me and my friend over there, we've been traveling for the last couple days. We haven't had a chance to really stay updated on all the news occurrences.
While Greg is talking to this person, Hagatha's like just eyeballing every good-looking dude in the air. Like, oh, he could probably fit in the sack.
There's several.
Ooh, she's just like kind of mouth dropped, kind of just like drooling just a tiny bit, and just like she like goes to reach for her bag and just like pulls out the sack just slowly and just be like, "You'll do nicely," and she just starts like creeping and just following one in particular. And
Oog, you can feel Oog over your shoulder looking too, and as your hand's coming back, he guides it to the pocket.
He's just like, oh, thanks, Ook, and just like, just being a creep.
You are stalking one of the Comic-Con nerds.
You are hunting.
And eventually, you guys are let in. There are a series of tables set out with these very colorful, very small, thin books that have lots of art on the front and these weird titles and things you don't understand. There's more people all dressed up. And there's a sign that just talk about panels at 1 and at 3 in different areas. And you notice that it says in the Leviathan room, and you notice there's a curtained off area with a little sign above it that says Leviathan.
Ooh, I want to check out that.
Agatha, I think we've really hit the jackpot on an information center. They have all sorts of information on all sorts of going-ons. So Leviathan room over there, and
Oh, she's already heading towards the Leviathan.
panel discussions. Apparently, they're actually sharing important, vital information on the going-ons around here. And
Oh, she's not listening.
Agatha,
She's just like arms up. Leviathan!
Arrow, locate Agatha.
Apparently, she's headed toward the Leviathan conference curtained off area.
Okay. I'm going to let her work her lead because that's probably a bunch of undersea entities, and she might be able to converse appropriately with them. Greg's going to head off towards anything that looks like crafters or like
You do
in his mind he thinks they're smiths and like weapons crafters and all that sort of stuff.
You do find some like a crafting area, but first, Hagatha, you get to this Leviathan room and you part the curtain and you go in, and there's a stage with a table. One person sitting in the center with this screen in front of them, and then there's 3 people to this side and 3 people to that side, and a bunch of people in the seats. And by a bunch of people, I mean like 8.
Yeah.
And this guy is talking, and he welcomes everybody to his game, where we'll be playing the new game, Lizards and Caverns. And he says it is a tabletop role-playing game where you get to play your fantasy of being a knight or a wizard from the old school history of our world.
Oh.
Yes, magic still exists, but in this one, you get to travel back in time. And decisions are made with these dice that I've custom built, and he shows off his dice.
So it's a historical tabletop RPG.
Yeah, it's based in plane history, several thousand years ago.
Oh, lizards and freaking caverns. Oh my god.
Yes. And so they go in, and it's interesting. The people are pretending to be things on stage for people's entertainment.
Huh. Wonder what that's like.
And just like that, I made everything full circle. Agatha, do you want to hang out in the room and listen for a little while, or?
Yeah, and then I think at some point she kind of realizes it's not quite what she expected. She was kind of expecting to see like a giant leviathan, like big squig monster type thing, and yeah, she'll
or at least like some high priest, promoting their leviathan overlord.
Yeah, something like that wasn't what she was expecting.
A pamphlet or something.
Yeah. But no, she'll exit and go look for Greg.
Yep. Greg, you get over to this crafting area and you see people have made very simple cloaks and shoes. Um, a lot of training level weapons. Nothing with an edge. Some are even this real squishy texture. This one guy's making badges and pins that say interesting things on them, like um, chaotic witch and a goblin boss and things like that. You see people are touting different types of games also. Games with cards, games with little figurines, and that kind of stuff.
So what I imagine happening is Greg going through the crafters, making genuine interest, like comments, as far as like the foam weapons. He thinks, oh, that's a great way to show your artistic craft without necessarily putting your real source materials at risk. You don't want to bring your enchanted weapons here and risk them being stolen. There's a lot of people going on, but this way people can sort of see what your crafting is like. This is all internally. Um, and he's going through and he's making genuine comments. He's asking questions about the materials used and their ideas and application. And anytime it starts touching on the actual fantastical, it's phrased just in such a way that it makes him sound like it makes it sound like he's just like commenting on like how it would work in a game setting, as opposed to him thinking like, oh, how this is how it works in real life.
Right.
And then he would find the card games.
Yes, there's very interesting card games.
Yeah. He is buying up starter packs. He's like getting as much as he can because like, this is great. This is such a good idea. There's a strange impulse I feel. Oh, the packs smell so good.
which is perfect because they take gold and silver and copper and you get bags and
Greg spends about 50 gold minimum on cards, just on cards.
Perfect. You have several gaming card sets, a variety of types and different rules, and one person actually gives you an address. It's like when you play it and you have anything you want to change, you can call me at this number, or you can write to us and with your suggestions and updates, and we'll consider them because we're still in playtest.
Gotcha. Probably at some point after he comes out of nerdgasming, there'll be a moment of clarity when he realizes, I don't think there's a tavern here. And he'll probably ask someone, say, by the way, do you know where a Luna Taps is? Me and my companion have rooms reserved.
Oh, right. Luna Taps. So you want to go out the front doors, keep going straight until you reach a really bad part of town. It's in there somewhere. That I don't go there. That's Croker's Crag, and that's not the nicest place ever. I tend to stay more east in city center.
Gotcha. All right. By the way, you don't happen to have seen a woman similarly dressed as myself roaming around here, have you?
No, lots of people are dressed as the private eye investigators. And he kind of just motions his hand, and you look around and you see other people dressed in suits.
Right. She's about, yay tall.
Oh no, so
fairly
Hagatha
attractive.
is not.
Has a sack.
She's not.
I don't mean like a sack. I mean like a sack.
Lots of people have things to carry their comic books and other treasures they've found here.
Oh.
Greg's gonna look around for the most attractive man he can find.
I was gonna say Hagatha's not subtle. Can't be that hard.
It takes you a few minutes, and you find a Hagatha. She is at this game that deals with seafaring.
Yeah. I think she's just like, oh, I'm trying to think of what she would do, and I think she would find some of those buttons or the pins or something, and she'll like, she's gonna want to buy like the chaotic witch one because that sounded super dope, and
She's
she
like
wants to, like,
wallpapered in self-descriptive pins.
yeah, yeah. It's almost like partial plate armor because there's just so many.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them with little different like little sayings, boss witch, chaotic witch. There's one that just straight up says badass. There's one that says what was it?
I actually have a pin that says heart butts.
Yeah, there's several pins, and whatever you want them to say, you can buy several of them. They're 5 silver a piece, so how many ever you want to buy.
I don't know.
But eventually, you two guys link back up.
Greg is like carrying all these boxes of cards and things, just 2 arms holding them to himself. Agatha, there you are. I've been looking for you everywhere.
You do have a tote bag that is printed on it. WarHaven Comic-Con, first ever.
Right.
Oh.
I don't think this is the place, but I think it was worth coming here.
Awesome.
We learned a lot of things, yes.
Like, weren't we supposed to be doing something?
I've got a lot of great ideas for crafting in the future.
I learned about this game called Lizards and Caverns. It sounds awesome.
I don't know. Sounds kind of nerdy to me.
No. You get these dice things, and like, I feel like at some point she probably bought herself a set.
Okay.
And she's like trying to explain it, but very sloppy. And it's like you get to pretend to be another person, and just it again starts rambling on, and it's like not very coherent. But it's like you get bits and pieces, you kind of get the gist of it. But yeah.
Agatha, you realize what you described is basically our everyday life.
Yeah, but it's a lot less dangerous.
But it's our everyday life. Why would you want to pretend if you can just go do it?
Yeah, you're right. She just like kind of inflates and then walks off.
Dumps all the gear.
Yes.
So laden down with your new local colloquial treasures, you head off towards Croker's Crag.
Wait, is there an investigator costume contest?
It is, but it's much later in the day.
Damn it.
Kid, we ain't got time for that. Didn't have time for this.
So, as you follow the directions of that one guy who leads you to the crag, you notice the city starts to get more run down. There are more stores with bars on the windows. You see more guard patrols in these odd vehicle type things, which are interesting, but you have been made aware of their presence before coming to the planet itself. You get into the crag, and it is... you thought the rest of the place was dirty and smelly and dark. The crag is worse.
Oh boy.
You do manage to speak to someone who points you in the direction for a gold piece. And you find Luna Thap's Tavern. However, the sign out front the only thing illuminated is Thap's, and it literally thaps as it flickers.
It actually thaps. Thaps.
Or no, it's the H. It's the H. That's why people sometimes think it's taps.
Yes, as you get closer, you can read. It's supposed to say Taps, Luna's Taps Tavern. But thanks to a messed up sign, it's now Thap. You walk into the. Do you walk into this place, or would you like to explore the crag more?
No, let's go in.
Yeah, we're in the rain with a whole bunch of gear. We want to get it inside where it's gonna be dry. I mean, come on.
Okay. You go in, and it is divey, real divey. Hold on. Okay.
I couldn't spring for a nicer place.
You walk in. It's very divey, and there is a female tabaxi behind the bar. She is mostly black with portions of white, a little white on her chin, and white on her fingertips of her paws. Kind of that green eye that cats can have, that green yellowy eye. Pink nose, whiskers. She's more domestic house cat styled tabaxi.
Okay.
Right.
And she greets you as like, hello, welcome to Luna's or welcome to Thap's. What can I get for you?
We have a reservation.
Name
Under
is
Punchline?
Punchline.
Wow, you guys really think ahead. Like, did this reservation for a week, and it's the first reservation I've had in like months.
Yeah, we didn't necessarily do it ourselves.
We had a friend of ours do it.
Yeah.
Set the reservation.
Right. All right. So they paid for like 3 months. That's cool. You got the entire top floor. Here's your key.
Sweet. Grabs it.
There's no door, is there?
No, there's a door. What do you think? I run some sort of shithole or something?
No.
I count at least like 8 code violations just walking in here. You know, I could fix that up for you if you'd like.
Greg, no.
Do it for free.
What are you a narc? Huh? You part of the guards?
No.
No, I'm an engineer.
Right. You know, you cross me, I will cut you. And she pops her claws. And they're metal.
Holy.
Okay. That's actually really cool. Can I see?
I can show you.
Sure.
Greg,
can
no.
I see?
And just nix you. Just.
That is so cool. Oh, that's really cool. Do you have the schematics for those? That'd be so cool.
Go away.
But
yeah, I guess it grabs Greg and just like, let's go, Greg.
Kind of like pouty child when gets dragged away.
All right. So you head upstairs. It's 3 flights to the top, and it's the whole floor. There's a door, glass, kind of a wooden door with that faded ice frosted glass. It has a crack in it. Key works. Go in. It is a general mess in here. There are beds. There's a desk, and there is a chalkboard. And if you guys want to peek the Roll20.
Oh, are we doing? We're doing an actual investigation board. Oh, I love it.
So, clues and names or things of interest, you can feel free to write on the board as you go. Let me know what you want to put on there, and I will have it put on there so it looks, we can get it on there. But there is a actual board for you guys to use and reference as you need to if you need help with the investigation.
What do we know what time of day it is? I know it's like perpetually rains here, but like what time of day is it?
It zapped you in around noon.
Okay, so it's about midday.
Yeah.
Oh, we got there early for Comic-Con.
It's the first one ever. They've figuring it out.
Yeah.
Not as packed as like.
Well, yeah, they haven't thought of, hey, we should require people to have tickets or anything like that.
It's just kind of show up and see what happens.
No such thing as a walk-in. All right. All right. So probably I know Greg would at least spend some time getting the entire place in order. Fixing that leak that I know is there. And generally just kind of like tidying up the place, getting everything nice and clean and neat. Because this is now a work area, and it will be pristine.
It's a work and living area.
He doesn't care about the living area part. It's a work area for him, and it will be pristine.
It will be beautiful.
All right. So now that we got all that situated, okay. So we have the Risco crime family. They're the ones we need to work on. We need something. I don't feel like asking our landlord, I guess, would be a good idea.
Yeah, no, she wasn't all that friendly.
Era, what do we know about the Risco crime family?
The Risco crime family has a hard hold on the City of WarHaven on the planet of Mirdau.
That's
it?
Not much is known about the family, as their operations are usually quite secretive.
Do we know anything in terms of what they typically work with? Do they import things? Are they bullies? Do they handle the economy? Like what sort of things do we know that they have their fingers in?
They have their fingers in magic items, drugs, houses of lady favors, and extortion.
Okay.
I don't know why, but me personally, when you said lady favors, I'm just like thinking party favors, but lady shaped.
All right, so they're into magic items, drugs, baked goods, and extortions.
Rephrasing. Brothels.
Ah.
So they're into soups?
You feel
like
your watch buzz.
Oh.
Hose.
Oh.
I would just be like,
and an emoji
no,
just going like this.
Right. I know of them. It's just not what I think of.
workers in the sexual relations.
The oldest profession.
I'm thinking of it now. All right. Magic items, drugs, brothels, and extortions. So, those are our different areas we can look into. Drugs might be a bit of a trippy thing. Brothels might be... Funny enough, that might actually be the best starting point. Because that's pseudo-official, pseudo-legitimate businesses.
Okay.
I mean, extortions, you're gonna have to get arrested. That's dealing with the police. That's a lot of attention. Magic item trade.
Yeah, those.
I mean, do we have those? But there's a lot of people here who don't seem to be like. I don't know. I didn't really see much in the way of genuine magical artifacts at that convention location. There was a lot of crafters there, a lot of smiths and such, but no one who seemed to really into magic items. And it might be magic items are magic items rarer in this world?
Yes.
So it might be a little
It's
bit
like
of a
Etheris.
yeah, it might be a little bit of a harder thing to come across. Drugs, I mean, that's typically back alley stuff. We might be if we can get some connections into the seedy underbelly of this world, we might be able to do something. So if we get arrested at some point, we might be able to find someone or a connection or an inn. But honestly, brothel seems like it's the most like
Yeah!
legitimate entry point.
All right.
No pun intended. All right. Well, how do we go about finding a brothel? I mean, this isn't my thing. Craig's kind of.
Arrow, were you able to get up a map of the city?
Still working on it. However, those kinds of services aren't really all that illegal here.
Magic items, drugs, and extortions, or brothels?
Brothels.
Brothels. All right. Uh,
Ooh.
is there like a city pamphlet? Like, welcome
No,
to
no,
our
no,
city.
no.
Here's our
No.
local brothels.
Hagatha's got this. She goes down to the front desk.
Luna's serving some sort of weird brown gray liquid into a glass.
She like puts her elbow on the counter, like just kind of gives the Luna just one of those like, hey, how's it going? Looks just like, you know where could find ourselves some a good time place stuff.
You looking for? She goes. You looking for a good time, a dance, or some company?
I think company sounds like the right thing I'm looking for. More for my friend. He's really tight and needs to like just relax.
Right. Look for the Marquise.
Marquise. Thanks. Hagatha has like a silver or something and like slides it over or something.
Just snatches it up real quick.
Thanks.
Anything else for my newest tenants?
Just keep being cheery. And she like goes upstairs and tells Greg.
Okay. Hey, while you're down there, roll a perception check.
Okay.
You got robbed. In the lobby.
It's not that bad, guys. Jeez.
13.
13?
Yeah.
You do notice there's a new person in the lobby you haven't seen before that wasn't down there earlier. And what makes him stand out is that he isn't standing out. It's weird to say, but like the people you've seen in the crag have had a vibe to him.
Right.
And he doesn't.
Like
like the people
belongs, but not here.
Right, and you're not sure where you'd put him.
Huh.
He just doesn't fit.
Mental note. Goes back and tells Greg about the
young human, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a brothel location. All right. Do you have everything you need?
Yeah.
All right. I'll send Cutter with you. Let me know how it goes. Or do you need me to come with? Stand guard? Or...
What are you going to be doing?
Well, I was thinking of maybe having Cutter start working on building us a map. And plus, there's still a lot of repairs to be done in this place.
No. Grabs Greg, walks out the door.
But I'm not going to be useful in this.
Shush you.
Look, it's a brand new body too. Stop pulling so hard.
You're still more muscle than I do. You're Snake. You're 90%
sensitive.
muscle.
It's sensitive muscle. Told you.
Walks out the door.
You remember when I got those tattoos? How much it hurt?
That's why you gotta toughen it up.
Okay. So we're heading to the
Okay.
back out into the rain, and you walk around a little bit, and then you turn a corner, and yeah, that's what you're looking for. It's the only building with a physical marquee outside that's well lit, well maintained, and literally says Marquis Pleasures.
Maybe get one for funsies and like elbows Nookie or not Nookie. Wow. Woo.
She thinks it's
actually
Nookie, and then she remembers, wait, this is Greg.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, Nookie, I mean Greg. You guys need to stop body changing on me. Ugh.
The invasion of the body snatchers.
Seriously, like, oh my god. Yeah. Go in.
Greg's like super freaking nervous.
You go in. You enter. The door is really nice, and there's a bouncer outside who asks if you have any weapons.
Nope.
No.
Because I don't care if you got them, but you just can't bring them inside.
Okay. What
You count
qualifies
these
as
as
a
weapons?
weapon? like I have some like
If it-
personal kits.
If
for
it
things.
shoots something, casts something, sharp and pointy, hard and hitty, like if you
That sounds like the nature of this establishment, huh? Hey!
That's what Mason was thinking. Like, are you sure you know what kind of place you work for?
Listen, if it's generally used to shoot someone, incapacitate someone, rob the joint, cut somebody open, leave it over here. And he points, and there's these lockers on the outside. It's like, once you put your stuff in there, it's magically linked to you. No one else can get into it.
I think Hagatha just feeling like a weird and I don't know, she just feels very bold for some reason. I don't know if it's the atmosphere or what, but she goes up to next to the bouncer and just kind of just like leans on his shoulder if she can reach it, or just kind of like nudges him like, hey, what can you tell me about the Risco family?
He looks at you,
and she's just a little awkward about it.
Kind of makes you take a step back, gently, not forcefully.
Yeah, like she's still in the same pose, but she just like, okay.
Listen, deposit your weapons, go in, have a good time. Don't ask questions you don't want to know about. Have a good time. Just go. Or leave.
Leaving's an option too. Got it.
Greg pulls out his smithing kit, puts it in the box, pulls out his woodcarver's kit, put it in the box, pulls out his masonry tools, put it in the box, gets a second box, starts taking out other equipment. My characters always have a lot of sharp, pointy objects.
Yep.
You'd also just lie and say you took all of it off and still keep some on you.
He is not taking off his armor.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
You keep your armor on. Like,
Yeah, my armor's
not
on
pointy.
under all my clothes. No one can even see that.
uh, so he actually does check you with this weird device that beeps at your buckles and stuff like that, and he lets you in. And the second you walk in and the doors shut behind you, it is completely different atmosphere. It is luxurious. It's warm.
Ooh.
It's dry. It smells nice. Now, a lot of the people in here fit more of the crag than the establishment, but there's an air of well-to-do.
Oh.
A fantastically gorgeous man
Meh.
comes up to you and is like, "Welcome to Marquise. We have."
I choose you. No.
I'm unfortunately not on the menu this evening. I'm more hosting this tonight.
Aw.
However, there are drink menus, food menus, and other menus. If you so require, just ask. Seating is at your leisure. What they ask is you, at the right times, keep your hands to yourself, play nice with others, and have a good time.
I don't know why, but I picture Greg having his hands in his pockets.
Just like really, just like super closed off body language.
Yeah. Just feel like.
Like I'm afraid to brush the air.
Yeah.
Now, as you walk in, and there's soft music playing. It's nice, and you can tell the workers there. They are dressed much differently than everyone else. Not raunchy, not bunch of skin showing. Clearly,
Tastefully sensual.
yeah, very advertising appropriately, I would say. Dressed nicely. It's like, but clearly, that's your job. But the floor is yours. There is lounges. There's a little stage where one of the workers is playing a harp. There's a very nice wooden dark wood bar. The floor is yours.
I say we go sit somewhere, grab the menus, all of menus, all three. Uh, Hagatha hands Greg the special menu.
I, these are just names.
Yeah.
Names and descriptions.
Um,
Hagatha
I'm gonna
like,
need a drink.
yeah. Oh, she's already ordered like drinks for the two of you, and
The waitress comes by, grabs your drinks. Quite quickly comes back from the bar, and they're served in very nice glasses with pieces of fruit on them if they've got a fruity drink. But they're but fantastic, excellently made.
woohoo!
Good. Chug the before he's immune to poison and can't get drunk.
That's right.
Hagatha, it's not working.
You for a second get that I just took that first drink or two of you take of a harder drink. Here you go, and then it goes away.
Yep.
Hagatha, it's not working long enough. Sobering immediately.
Well, then drink more.
Some hands come across your shoulders, Greg. Relax. No one here's gonna bite unless you pay them to.
I am relaxed. I'm very relaxed. Can't you see? I'm very relaxed.
Tell that to the vein popping out of your forehead.
I'd appreciate you if you keep your eyes to yourself, ma'am.
And she swings
Greg.
around, and it is a very well proportioned, curvy female half orc.
Greg
Greg, do as
relaxes
the lady
slightly.
says.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh boy, Greg. And Agatha's like nudging him, be like,
But we're friends.
Right. I will be your friend too. Name's Stasia.
It's nice to meet you.
while Greg's occupied, Agatha kind of scoots out of the picture just a little bit.
Okay, so Greg
Kind of laughs maniacally to herself.
she starts talking to you, but she isn't being pushy. She's asking about you and being very friendly and conversational. Agatha, where do you go if you've
I'll go up to the bar.
Okay.
But I do want to keep Greg kind of like in my sights so I can keep an eye on him. But I just kind of wanted to just like leave him alone and see what happens.
I imagine somehow Cutter has migrated to your shoulder without anyone noticing. And
Oh,
you just
yeah.
see
No,
her
Greg's totally on his
bickering.
own.
One point, Grace, like, and this is my friend.
Oh no, Cutter and I have like a bet going of like how long Greg will last, like if he'll get up and run out, or like he'll actually stay and like talk to this woman. 5 gold says he gets up and runs out the building.
Bet you 10 gold. He goes through with it, and we hear screaming from up top. Screaming.
So you're at the bar. A half elf gentleman is back there working away and asks if he can get you anything.
Assuming Agatha really enjoyed her drink, she'll get another one.
Okay. Very quickly gets it to you. You see your friend's first time here.
Yeah, he's a little green around the gills, sort of, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That happens more often than you think, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's a new body for him.
That's what we kind of go with here sometimes. So, yeah, sure.
He's got to break it in, you know? It's just like, this just seems like a really good opportunity for. He's been so strung out lately, and he just needs to chill out, man.
All right, well, that's what we do here to help. If anything I could do for you.
I'm actually looking for some information if you got a minute.
Well, of course, I can make you anything you want. Just put the gold down for yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah. She's like trying to think of the right way to ask, but she doesn't really know what else to do, so she's gonna be like, so she like has like a handful of like, I'd say she's gonna kind of slide over like 5 gold over to him and be like, what can you tell me about the Risco family?
He takes it and starts making you a drink. But he's doing it in front of you. Listen, you want to be careful saying that name. Sue is a very touchy when it comes to people asking questions, but if you're looking to get a hold of somebody there's a warehouse at the bottom of the crag. there's a party tonight. Look for the guy running it. He probably has more answers than I do. And here's your drink, the information. And it's literally hands you a drink named the information.
Thank you much.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're at it, can you have a drink? Can I get you one?
Sorry, not on the menu. And I don't drink while I work. Poor practice. Sorry.
No, Fred. Gotta make a living, right?
Yeah.
And she just like,
I work again tomorrow if you're interested.
definitely keep that in mind. I'm more interested in the days you're not working.
Yeah, I'm off the clock, and when I'm off the clock, I don't work. I don't live around here. Sorry.
Oh. Well, it's just kind of like, cheers, thank you.
While Hagatha's at the bar.
So what you're saying is your mother actually beat your father in a swordsman competition, and she won him as her husband. That's fascinating orc tradition.
Yeah, still keeps going from the tribal days.
That's just really, and it sounds like it's very empowering for both men and women to sort of. It's really just about the strength, not about like gender roles.
Right.
That's amazing.
It's
Mason the player has been holding on to that information for the longest time. I feel like he's been holding on to that and has just been trying to find the right opportunity to just kind of like squeak that bit of knowledge in there for
well,
all of us.
yeah. My younger brother, when he found out about the tradition, put it real simply: it's death or snoo snoo.
See, I always personally always thought that like a lot of the orc and half orc traditions were just sensible. It's just it's not about roles. It's not about this. It's just about, are they a worthy partner?
Exactly. And are you going to be a worthy partner?
Oh, can I
Because worth here is a little different.
Can I confess something to you? Please don't like pass it on to my friend or anything.
Oh, what happens at the Marquee stays at the Marquee.
Well, it's just
first time.
No, this isn't really my kind of thing. I swing left-handed. If you know what I mean.
You prefer the pitchers opposed to the catchers.
What's a good way to describe that? I'm sort of not into women.
That's fine, darling.
I mean, I'm not really public about it. I try not to share that too much. Hasn't really come up, and it's still something I'm very, very personal, private about.
Of course.
So,
well, if you find a desire, but want to keep it quiet, I can always escort you back.
Well, for the sake of appearances, I've enjoyed this conversation. I don't really get to talk that much. It's a passion of mine, sort of orcish tradition sort of thing. Can I purchase your time, but not your product, and at least make things look like we did the thing?
What was the name on the door?
Marquis.
Pleasures.
Pleasures. Yes. Conversation is a pleasure.
Exactly. We're in the business of pleasure, and whatever your pleasure may be.
All right. Yeah. How much does your time cost?
Depends on how much you want.
Um,
And she just slides the menu over and taps her name. And there's hourly rates, minimum of 2 hours, 20 gold.
oh, poor girl. She's gonna have to talk to Greg for 2 hours.
Now, it's a minimum. Whether you make it the 2 hours, that's on you.
Whether she makes it the 2 hours, yeah, no. He'll pay for the 2 hours, and somehow in the course of the conversation, like asking about like how this city works, how things work, trying to
Real quick,
subtly beat around the bush around the Risco family.
Okay.
real quick, can this conversation like happen in a room or something? So Hagatha watches Greg go off with this woman and just could be like,
Oh, that's entirely what he plans to do.
Absolutely. So she's like, she looks at you and whispers, "For appearances, darling," and lifts you up by the chin.
Oh.
And puts, comes close and puts her hand around your shoulder and kind of motions your hand around her waist and
very like air waist.
Yes. But Hagatha, you catch her, put her hand down and move her hand, his hand to where it's actually touching her. And you go back into a room.
oh, get it.
The first thing she
Hagatha
does
just-
is get in there and she locks the door, turns the lights up, and kicks off these heels that she's wearing and goes, "Oh, thank God."
I was gonna say you balance very well in those.
That's the bane of the existence of my profession, is the heels.
No, I understand. Like sometimes for some of my own personal smithing work, I'll wear heels to kind of keep most of my feet off the floor.
Right. It's like butchers. They get the blood so you don't get them all everywhere.
Exactly. In my case, it's, make sure I'm not walking on anything molten.
Understandable.
So, but yeah, next 2 hours, casual conversation, talking about half-orc stuff that he has never, not really been able to talk about for a long time, but also eventually kind of bringing things around to, I hear that there's this family that runs a lot of the stuff around here. Like, do you know anything about that?
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
It's gonna be against her insight, and it's not much. Should
Neither
be
is my
fairly
persuasion.
easy.
Let's go with you. Please, for the love of God, work. Okay, I'm gonna drop a flash of genius into that
Okay.
to bring that up to a grand total of 14.
14. All right. Right. Is this for business or competition or something different? Because I need to know my level of risk.
It's not competition. It would be more along the lines of business.
Right. You would be around here? Someone I could connect with?
As he checks his NPC list.
I'm trying to decide between two.
Only get one? Aw.
You're looking for someone distribution or connections to other business?
I think connections to other business.
Well, that would be Miss Marquis herself. Would be the person that could connect you to the most people, but she's a particular who she has conversations with, and she's usually always in city center. If you're looking for someone more local, you might want to look for Kyle.
Kyle. All right. What's his thing?
You know, I've talked to him once, and I think the chair had a better conversation with me. There wasn't a lot there. Not that he couldn't talk, it was just eh.
So he's not a very conversive person.
No, we talked in a conversation back and forth for several minutes, but it just I only know his name because he's frequent customer, I guess. Other than that, completely forgettable. But I know he has a hand in something. He has a warehouse at the bottom of the crag he usually hangs out with and talks a big game about, but nothing ever happens.
Right. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for showing me. I know that can be a risky thing to do, but don't worry. Your name will uh, not come up in any conversations that I have with others.
Did you actually get her name? Oh, wait, never mind.
I have your secret, you have mine.
Right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you also for being so very understanding. Honestly, this card game we've been playing has been great conversational going. Is this something that they teach you here, or is this just something you added in yourself? I'm always into learning like how people do certain techniques. I guess this would be a technique thing.
I've always been a people person, and it makes you happy, makes me happy. Besides, you paid for 2 hours, you're getting 2 hours.
Yep, I appreciate it. Honestly, I really actually you could use this. It was just nice being able to just let it out and just being able to talk about it. Thank you.
Go.
Thank you, Willa.
Do you tell her about the body changes?
How stupid is he? Yes. He makes mentions like, it's to be honest, this is in the original body. The little weird magic thing occurred in brand new body. I actually used to be a half orc.
And that explains how you know so much about being a half orc.
Well, it was always one of those, like, I didn't grow up around all that many half orcs in the first place, and it was great. It was something I was always interested in. Honestly, this has been refreshing. Being able just to converse and to be able to like share things with another half orc. It's it's been really I will admit I miss having the body hair.
It's for the male half orcs it works. Females, so much work.
It really shouldn't be. I mean, you should be able to be warm on your own if you want to. I mean, personal opinion. I feel like you should be able to have it and to be warm at your own leisure as you see fit. But also, if it's your preference,
It's
obviously.
what sells, darling.
Right.
But listen, our time coming to a close. It was a wonderful conversation. I'm glad you feel more yourself than you did before you came in here. And don't be afraid to be yourself, for no, you will not judged, and you're loved and welcome here anytime. But make sure you pay first. And she winks at you with the last part.
On that note, if I were to come back here on my own, is there anyone you'd recommend? Ray in the awkward position.
That's because I haven't had all the names of the people in the place named out yet.
Oh, I know.
All the more reason to put you on the spot.
I hear Trevor can be quite gentle.
Greg
Gotcha.
and Trevor. Ugh,
You know,
love it.
for yourself, first time at all.
Right. This body's also been really, really a lot more like sensitive. I don't know why. It's weird.
That's-
So,
Everybody's wired different.
Mm.
Anyways, you go down. I'll come down in a few minutes.
all right. If you can do me a favor,
Hmm.
can you come down like you're really breathless, like you've had a hard time, like just like you're really exhausted.
Sure.
Hands are a couple extra cold.
Absolutely. Anything you want.
Maybe a limp.
Uh,
What'd you do, Josh? Oh my god.
so Greg comes down.
I think while Greg was doing his thing, I feel like Hagatha probably like somehow started a card game somewhere.
Okay.
Or she definitely found ways to occupy herself without like having to pay for too much.
Oh, there's
Um
plenty of people to talk to. There's people on the job. There's customers that are just enjoying the atmosphere too. Not
Yeah.
necessarily shopping for anything, but it's like this place has nice food and nice drinks and it's warm and it's nice.
Yeah, I think probably Hagatha would have gotten a meal or something while she was waiting.
Uh, you order your meal, it comes out surprisingly quick and it's amazing.
Nice.
Uh,
As soon as she sees Greg, and she just has like a big dopey grin from ear to ear, just like, how'd it go?
Oh, great! I got plenty of information. We're good to go.
Oh, me too. We got a party to go to.
Oh, okay. Um, cool. All right. I mean, we should probably discuss more elsewhere, but we have a party.
Yeah. No, she like grabs him by like buddy arm over the shoulder, like it's gonna be a blast, and just like
At that point, Celise comes down. She's in a different outfit, a more tossed to the side hairstyle. Comes up, gives you a side hug, a kiss on the cheek, and says, "Thank you very much. It was a wonderful time."
Oh, it was a wonderful time for me as well.
Yes. Come back again soon or hang out. And she,
thanks for taking care of my boy.
anytime. Come back yourself, you know.
I just might have to. With the look on his face, that it's good
Kind
advertisement.
of off to the side to her.
And she actually walks back through a service door to like a kitchen area. So,
Yeah, so
if you'd like, you can hang hair or whatever you'd want to do. The
I
evening is yours.
I would kind of like lean to Greg, be like, I got some information that we might want to discuss, and maybe not in here, because everybody seems really sensitive about this whole family business.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that feel as well. Probably should. I feel like we should grab food and then head back. Let's. I think I
I'm
saw a
full.
noodle place. Let's get some noodles and let's head back to the place.
All right.
Yeah, head back to.
I bet you're hungry.
Just yeah.
So you stop to get noodles. Wonderful little steamy cart thing at the big enough shelter, just out of the rain. Some of the best street noodles ever. Like it's just perfect. And you head back to your room at your floor at the tavern.
Yeah. Is that guy still there? I go up to
We
Luna.
did remember to grab our equipment, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I go up to Luna and be like, "Hey,
Hmm.
who's that guy that was in here earlier when I came down
What
this
guy?
morning? There was a guy waiting in the lobby, just over there. You didn't see him?
No.
Huh. All right.
Okay. You want to buy something, or are you just gonna rent my upstairs?
I'm just gonna rent here upstairs.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, go upstairs, and then tells Greg that about the facility down by what did he
The
say it was
bottom
down by the docks,
was the bottom of the crag.
bottom of the crag. There's a place that's part of the uh, apparently somebody from the family's hosting a party, and we could talk to one of the bouncers there and get some more information. That's what I found out.
Right. Well, I also found out a couple people who we can talk to or consider talking to, as far as connections wise throughout the city. One of them is Miss Marquis, the one, I guess the proper term would be matron, who runs the Marquis brothel there. She's one of the most
Hmm.
well-connected people in the house, but it might be difficult for us to get in touch with her. However, there's another person who Stacia mentioned, whose name is Kyle. Very quiet sort of guy, but he's also really, really boastful. He has a business down in the crag as well. Kind of talks big game.
Hmm.
But as
I wonder if
far as
that's
she
who's hosting the
knows,
party.
I mean, maybe. Did you get a name of the host or?
I didn't. I was just told that the family's connected to the party that's happening and should talk to the bouncer there.
Okay.
This is from the bartender, by the way.
Right.
But you should
Bartenders
you
are
should put
required
those
to tell the
names on the
truth.
board.
All right, yeah. Put down to Kyle and
The
Ms.
matron.
Marquis, Maître and Marquis. I don't know if I need to write that down or what.
I got it because
You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
write it in chalk in post production.
All
Ooh.
right.
But those seem like important names to
So yeah,
have
Miss
on there.
Marquis, City Center, and then Kyle, down in the crag.
All right. City center. Just put in what little note you want with it too,
Hmm.
and bottom of the crag. All
And
right.
then I guess party in crag.
Okay. Party slash.
While this conversation is occurring, Cutter has moved back over to Greg's shoulder, and it's telepathically just to Greg say, "You didn't go through with it, did you? Shut up."
There's gold on the line.
Shut up. Shut up. It was just fine. It was a lovely time. We had a lot of fun for 2 hours. It's all you get to know.
I'll get it out of you.
That's what she said.
Here's 10
Ah,
gold.
ah, 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 ah.
All
I
right.
think Cutter actually does have at least 10 gold. I think that's all he has.
All right. So, you guys, that took about grand total about 2.5 hours to get there. 2.5 hours. 2 hours there, 15 minutes back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So that would put us roughly, 2:30 or so. Do you guys want to hang for the evening? You want to explore? We have a few more minutes here. Or...
I feel. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Greg? Do we want to do the party and see what we can find out from there?
I think party would be a good idea, but that's in the evening, right?
Yeah.
Then we should.
I guess I could go dress shopping.
Okay.
If we're going to a party, you gotta look nice, right? Because this seems like a place that you would want to dress nice.
I'm sorry, but can you see me? I look amazing in this three-piece suit. You do as well. But if you want to go dress shopping, sure, you can go dress shopping. Would you like me to accompany you?
Of course.
All right.
I need somebody's opinion.
know clothes aren't really my thing, right? From what I remember, Nookie got mad at me because I got him blue clothes, which to me made perfect sense.
Eh,
Like I thought the
Nookie's not
blue would
Nookie
help
anymore,
bring out his
and
blue.
uh,
He is, and he isn't, but he is,
he's
and he
both
isn't.
is and isn't until you open the box.
Schrodinger's Nookie.
Sure. So you guys take the evening, go dress shopping, and you think you find something, whatever you like, that you think would be appropriate for a party in the crag, especially a place called the bottom of the crag.
So torn jeans and a leather shirt.
Yeah. So the person you go dress shopping
Yeah.
at, you tell them where, and it's a little more like a little tighter than what you're used to, but doesn't throw anything off. It still fits your vibe.
Agatha starts doing like weird, like athletic poses in it, like make sure she still has like stretching room, so if she needs to like whoop some ass, she can. But like,
but making sure nothing pops out of the
yeah, nothing slipping. No,
You
it's
feel
all
like
good.
you could
Start
be.
putting in place a little.
You feel like you could be athletic in it, but not acrobatic.
That's right. She's not acrobatic anyway, so
If you get my mean, you could
yeah,
do what you
just
need.
make sure
to,
you're wearing shorts.
Yeah,
underneath.
Don't,
yeah,
don't
like
go,
shorts.
Don't go for a split or a high kick because it'll rip. But
Nah.
you do that. You spend 50 gold. And the evening falls. The rain lets up but doesn't stop. You ask for directions to the bottom of the crag, and it's literally bottom of this fissure in the ground. The buildings here are on stilts, like you would find like in swamps or at docks. Because the drainage here, everything drains here.
Aye.
And you head down, and through there is this warehouse. And you get the vibe that this is the place because you hear music. You see some flashing lights. But you both notice it's only 3 colors, and they aren't synced to the beat at all. And you can see that from outside. There are 2 bouncers outside, a Goliath man and woman, that don't check you for anything, just say don't start anything and there won't be anything. Pats you on the back, like pushes you into the dance floor. You see makeshift railing, makeshift bar, makeshift lighting, makeshift everything. This looks thrown together. It's just off. And
Greg's workmanship hammer has somehow mysteriously appeared in his hand.
yeah, I would say some part of you goes, this is a code violation. The book would spontaneously combust if it saw this. But the other part of you goes, you know what? He worked with what he had. is what you get. It's
And he was still wrong.
Yeah. It's clever in some places, dangerous in others. But you have found yourselves in a outlaw kind of rave. And we'll go ahead and pause there for this evening. So, I know. We'll get our rave on next week. Hopefully when the
So
whole
Greg
party.
is rooting for the same team, is he?
Great, you don't know. You didn't ask him. You don't know.
You don't know.
No, but no, not as Hagatha, as a third party.
You don't know. He might have been lying. You don't know.
Just makes me love Greg even more.
Yes. Friend to all are we. In and out of character.
Yes.
But I want to say thank you to everyone for watching this evening's episode 49, Family Matters, of the Ages of the Collective, which brings us to next week is episode 50. I'm going to try and do something special and fun for everybody. So those of you watching or watching later, please let your friends, family know. I'd like episode 50 to be our biggest ever, because it's a big number for if you're counting arbitrary numbers. But I'm super excited about it. Definitely didn't think the collective would go on this long, but
Longest one shot ever.
Yeah.
yes, longest one shot ever. That has a spin-off and multiple story threads, and it's the best one shot ever. Most detailed. Anyways, thank you all for watching. You can find us on YouTube, for if you liked what you watched and want to know more, or see our past episodes of Ages of the Collective, or our first campaign we started out with, Mythic Aetherus, is also there. Please like and subscribe, follow there. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Like, follow, subscribe, tweet at us, send us messages at collectiveen@gmail.com. We'd be more than glad and happy to talk to you. And with that, we will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.